You just keep them coming, don't you?
Well, it's like an assembly line. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Technical problems?
Not done.
Should work.
Okay.
Is that power?
Yeah, it's plugged in. Let's try this.
There it goes. There it goes. That was a loose connection. Just in time. All
I
right.
was like rushing down 57. I'm like, I'm gonna get pulled over by a Peotone cop. I know it's gonna happen.
I have to caution you, we just plugged in, so we're going out live right now.
That's okay. Hi.
All right, this is the Village of Peotone Committee of the Whole meeting for November 25th, 2013. Recall this meeting to order, and would you please take attendance?
I certainly would. Mr. Reagan.
Here.
Mr. Hupkey.
Here.
Mr. Wicker.
Here.
Mr. Hack.
Here.
Mr. Callahan. And Mr. Forsythe.
Okay, let the record show that we do have a quorum present. And the first order of business for this group is going to be the approval of the Committee of the Whole minutes for October 28th of 2013. So trustees, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented, or if you see a reason to correct them, let us know what that might be.
Motion.
Second. Motion by trustee Hupkey, seconded by trustee Hack to approve the minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting for October 28th, 2013, as presented. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Hupkey.
Yes.
Mr. Hack.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
And Mr. Riker.
Yes.
Okay. Minutes are approved and become the official record of that meeting. And we have with us today Jessica Govic of AJ Gallagher, who is going to be talking about the IMIC insurance proposal that we had talked about a couple months ago. In May? That long ago. Okay. It's been a while then. So Jessica, if you would.
Yeah, this item is on the agenda for potential action at the regular meeting.
Okay.
I asked Jessica if she would please swing by in case you folks had any questions. That'd be a great time to, nice informal conversation to ask them and get them answered.
Okay.
Any questions about coverages or about the structure of the group or anything?
Okay. As I recall, there would be a savings of, and I don't have it in front of me because I left my notes somewhere else, of about $1,800 a year total, or something like that. Is that in the?
That's in the premiums, yeah.
Yeah. Other-
The difference is 55,439 to extend our current policy, or 51,288 to go with not with IMIC. I'm sorry, I got another property called NIMIC. IMIC. But I think one of the other areas that we save money is capturing what the profits that would normally go to the insurance companies. Now, this is construed, this is a long-term investment. This isn't a, I mean, yes, we'll save money in the first year, but that's not really where the savings are primarily.
And as I recall, there were also savings relative to, if there were claims, there were,
There's no-
many places no longer had a deductible.
Correct.
And also, if I recall correctly, there were higher limits, I think,
In some areas.
in some of the areas, so that we had greater coverage for total claim
Correct.
in several areas. So, and we have dealt with AJ Gallagher for, is it 3 years or 4 years now?
Well, for health insurance, it's four, it's 3 or 4.
Yeah.
For property liability was last year, was the transition year.
Right, and we had switched because of, from the previous, which was under IML, exposure group, several very large jumps, almost every year we renewed. And we were able to achieve a significant savings, so. Having said that, trustees, do we have specific questions that we would like to ask Jessica relative to any of the coverages, any of the differences between the two policies?
Any questions about the structure? If you want to go briefly about the structure, about how some of it is self-pool.
Sure.
It's funded by the self-pool, and then we have riders that go above that.
Sure, so the program is structured that every single line of coverage has a $50,000 retention, which is paid for by the group as a whole. So every year, actuaries let us know, based on loss history of the group, what we need to fund for our fund to pay out claims. So that's gonna come out of, you have the structure graph, which I saw.
Yes.
Yeah, that was included in the packet. The only responsibility of the individual entities is $1,000 deductible on property, auto physical damage, and crime. Everything else is being paid out of by the group. So you're kind of able to self-insure, even though you're not a large entity, because the only entities that usually insure are after they hit a $500,000 premium level is when we look for single entities to self-insure. So this is allowing all of our medium to smaller size municipalities to go on that program, save money, potentially get money back from making it's kind of like you're making your own insurance program company. And so you're able to keep what George said, the underwriting profits that you would normally give to the insurance company within the group. So our hope is that 5 years from now, you're having a nice size surplus to either pay back insurance premiums or give up dividends. I mean, you're really starting your own insurance company. That's what you're doing.
And this is a similar idea to what we've been engaging in for the last 4 or 5 years with health insurance in order to control the costs. So it's one more step to look at the liability coverages and other things where the village can save some money and potentially get back some money within the next several years based upon the group that we're in being a very, very low-risk group. It's a very select group.
We already gave out 15 proposals, of which we've received 11 recommendations already. Tonight's a big night for everybody, so we've already gotten 11 recommendations that are going to be voted on this evening. We've also had 7 municipalities come back and ask us for a quotation from the program. But the additional extensions of quotations will actually be made by the group that joins. We're not going to be giving quotes to every entity out there that wants a quote. It's based on a selection process, and since you're a very good and well-run municipality, that's why we are able to extend a quote to Peotone.
And this is also similar to the health insurance. We have a representative, usually George, right, who attends, and do you, is that okay? Yeah, you do that too. The meetings of this insurance group that we're creating, and it will be another meeting with another group if we go forward with this, where we actually have a voice in how the pool works and in terms of who are the members and how we all share the responsibility.
This does require, and if you adopt the ordinance at the formal
Regular
board
meeting.
meeting, it does require a minimum 3-year commitment. That's in the
It's in a brochure.
Yeah.
We did a lot of our basis off of a county program that we started back in 2006. The program started pretty similar to what we're recommending today with 4 counties. As of last Monday, we have 18 counties now in the program. They have yet to receive a rate increase this will be our 7th year.
Yeah.
Going in. They have yet to receive a rate increase, and their surplus is a little over $2 million that they have just sitting in the bank. This next year is when they're gonna start thinking about releasing dividends or paying for additional coverages. So there's a good track of these. We also have 5 municipal and scholastic cooperatives that we currently run from our office, but we have more than 120 in the country that we administer. So this is not just some idea we came up with a few months ago. This is something that's proven to work, and we believe will help our clients.
Workman's comp is not included in the cooperative. It's pretty much standalone. Doesn't matter whether you extend the current program or you go with the cooperative, that's going to be the same. That standalone runs straight to us.
And that, in essence, is the workman comp is based upon the rules and regs of Illinois,
Yeah.
which are not necessarily the same as many of the surrounding states. So, all right. Any other questions or comments? I know, Jessica, you have another meeting to go to.
Yeah, I was at Wilmington, and I'm going to Call City. So,
Oh, you're going back and forth.
yeah, I'm just trying, to get everywhere all at once.
All right, and trustees, if we don't have any further questions, we'll let her get on to the next group, because I know you're trying, we're under a timeline of trying to get all these groups to approve this and join within a certain time period.
We're really excited about this group. This has been the best group to work with so far, so if it does continue, it's going to be a very powerful group, we know it. So that was our recommendation as your broker, was to go with this program this year.
Thank you. All right.
Good job on being so, again, great claims, great administration, great everything. And you have great people here.
We appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Trustees, there are no members of the public present, and this is our time to listen to people from the community if they have issues that they would like to, or questions of the board. Therefore, not having any other individuals here, I will ask the board members if there are any topics that they would like to bring up for discussion. Yeah, Rick.
I brought this up twice, maybe once before, but this concerns Martin Luther King Day.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's the 20th of January, and us, it's a national holiday, and we are still open. And I know the clerk, Donna, mentioned that she receives a call every day, that Monday. And I think we should seriously consider making this, or considering this, a holiday where the village hall is closed, because I don't want us to get in any trouble, have a lawsuit against us. And I don't want to reiterate, but Donna said am I right,
Every
Donna?
year.
Every Monday, are you open? And I think we should seriously consider closing. I just don't want the village to get in trouble, have a lawsuit.
Because there's sometimes it falls, we have a village board meeting
Sure,
too.
that's right.
Sometimes the
Yeah.
way it falls.
There's a reason why they call it. You know, and I know what it is. So
I know.
I think we as a board should really seriously consider closing the village hall on Martin Luther King Day.
Is that something you'd like, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to suggest that the only issues that I've heard relative to this topic in the past have been part of our collective bargaining agreement. And so that's the only thing that I can offer, that it was not part of it. George, you were going to say something.
I mean, it might be something we want to send to the Administrative Oversight Committee and have them get their input on it.
Okay.
I know this is years ago, we received flack on Veterans Day, and we're closing Veterans Day now. And what's the other one, Donna? There's 3 of them that we.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Day after Thanksgiving. I think it
Those
was
are the last 2 that we,
And Columbus, was it Columbus Day?
was it
I
President's?
can't remember,
No.
but there were 3 of them.
Okay.
And
So let's,
I just don't want any lawsuits.
fair enough. And I think what we'll do is we will ask the AOC committee
Put it
to
like as George
review,
said,
come back, and report to us.
Administrative Oversight
Yeah.
Committee.
Other topics?
Where are we at with this stoplight?
We'll find out. We were through,
I think they just
Stage-
begun, yeah, I think they've just begun phase 2 engineering on it.
yeah.
I mean, engineering continues, they're shipping stuff to IDOT, so it's proceeding.
Once a year I like to
Oh,
ask.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, like that.
I understand.
Yes, we've had some very interesting discussions about the movement of IDOT on various projects of local interest. And we're not the only community that runs into this. It's kind of like, it's mainly a Region 1, Area 1, District 1, whatever
Yeah, but
we
we
are.
gotta have a record for longevity though. I don't care what anybody says.
Probably by the time we get done with this, yeah. It is difficult for us to get too upset because basically IDOT's picked up the additional $1 million cost of this project over what we had originally set out to do. So, and that is working it into all their budgets and everything for the time period. And we cannot proceed any farther than their approval simply because of the fact of it's a reimbursing. We have to put the money out and then they pay us back.
Yeah.
And if we don't follow all their procedures and get their approval for each step along the way, we run the risk of.
Being shortchanged.
Yep. So,
And I will say, so far, they've been fairly timely about reimbursements. That has not been an issue to date.
good. And just as a sidebar item, we still have the money from last year road, don't we?
Yeah, but they haven't billed us for it.
So, that's kind of our little emergency fund, and it's kind of like, if they come up with an issue, well, no, we got this money here, maybe we can just apply that. So, but yeah, I appreciate that. Other questions? All right. Hearing none, then I'm going to suggest, because no members of the public are present, that I will entertain a motion to adjourn the November 25th, 2013 Committee of the Whole meeting of the Village of Peotone.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Hupkey to adjourn, seconded by trustee Baker. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Hupkey?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Hack?
Yes.
Mr. Forsythe?
Yes.
Mr. Riker?
Yes.
Okay. Motion carries, we are officially adjourned.